What is up, everyone? Happy Sunday. Happy market open. It is Sunday, December 7th. Hope everybody had a great weekend, and we are ready to rock and roll for the week here. We've got some good movement on the charts, some good volume in already on a bunch of these pairs for the Asian session. So, welcome everybody. We're going to go over some setups here and really get down to it. See if we can make some money tonight. Again, welcome. If you guys haven't seen the stream before, make sure to like and subscribe. We're going to do some day trading today. Foreign exchange pairs. We're going to go through our setup and pretty much get to it. All right, let's get started here. So we're going to start with the pairs that have the most volume. That's typically where I like to start, just because that's where you're going to see the most movement. So CHF-JPY, we're going to look at them at three different places: the 4 hour, the 1 hour, and the 15 minutes, excuse me. We can get rid of that right there. That's still a break of structure. So we're going to look at our trends here, kind of draw up some trends, mark up our charts here, see what we're working with, and make sure that we're not trading in the middle of zones. No one likes to trade in the middle of zones. It's not smart, but I appreciate everybody coming in. So we have a possible buy option here with CHF-JPY. What we're doing here is going through our charts and figuring out the best 3 or 4 of them. And then from there, what we're going to do is narrow it down to the final 2 and then pick the best trade that we see based on the rules of our trading guidelines. So if you're just coming in, welcome, guys. We're going over some charts here. We're going to see what's really going on. NZD/USD is not really doing much. It's not at a support or resistance. All right, we had a pretty big break of structure here on GBP/AUD. So let's take a look at this one here. We're gonna extend our resistance out here, and our supports and our resistance. We had a break of structure here, so that's good to note. Here's our break of structure, and it was kind of a double top that went down and broke past here. So you can see it broke there. We would look for something to come up and retest the zone. So if we were to draw this out, what we would do is we broke through, we'd look to see it. I used the wrong one. We broke through, and what we would look to see here is it go up, kind of come up here, and then drive down. We would need a retest. So once we get that, that's something we could look at, but right now it's just kind of sitting there. But we will put it as a sell. We will mark that down as a sell to come and look back at. We looked at NZD, Euro AUD. So on Euro AUD, we had a break of structure last week. We went over this right here, a massive break of structure, and then pretty much just a complete fall off, which isn't a bad thing. But we're going to take a look here and see what our next zones are. So our next zone, now that it's fallen, our next zone, that is a great question. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. Our next zone is now going to be down here, so we're going to draw that out. That's our next zone. So we got some time. I don't know who that is, but I don't know if that's a compliment or not. Faya Lacey. Nice to meet you, though. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. All right, so that looks like a sell to me. So Euro AUD, we're going to possibly look at some sells here to fill the zone. GBP CHF, not really much here. Don't like that chart. USDCHF. So we need a candle closure above here. We'll write that out. Closure above for buys. We'll need a candle closure above the line for buys here. That's just what we're going to need. We have the ribbon flip, so that's good. It's important to have that ribbon flip. But once it crosses that previous high, we have our break of structure. We'll draw that out here. So let's see here. We have... There's your break of structure right here. All right, there's our break of structure. So we're going to take a look at that. That's a good looking trade right now, and it looks like it could go for 67 pips. So, and we have the ribbon flip. So we're going to wait to see what the hour close does. But this is a good chart right here. This is going to be a buy, and we're going to put that all the way at the top. Euro JPY, we have no idea what it's going to do. It's trading in a zone right now. So I really wouldn't touch this trade unless we get a full bearish candle close. Then it's likely that this comes back down, but it's just kind of tracking sideways. AUD USD blew through the zone. Its next zone here is going to be way up top. So possibility to see that up here, but we'll have to wait further to see what's going on there. GBP CAD, wow, that took a... That dropped off. That one just really dropped off there. So we're not going to really look at that one too much. It's probably going to reverse at some point and come back up, but we're not going to look at that one too much. We were still looking at this last week. Sells with bearish candle close. We got a bullish candle opening here, but it could certainly come back down. We have not had a ribbon flip, so we're going to hold off on this one because your next zone is kind of right here. So we're going to hold off on GBP USD. USDJPY could continue this channel, which means we're still in the downtrend. It's very possible that it continues to do that. We still have a pretty strong resistance there. We'll draw this all the way out to here as well. But your next zone on this one is going to be somewhere near this right here. Yeah, right here is kind of your next zone. We're actually going to move that down a little bit. But that's your next zone, really. Trading right within the channel here. We could look to take sells here. Especially with the ribbon being used as resistance. So we could look to take sells here. So we'll move that. We'll mark that as sells and move that to the top. Euro CHF we're not touching. And the rest of these I don't necessarily love. We had this marked up from last week. And your kind of resistance zone there. Good morning, Adele. How you doing? Good to see you, man. So this is definitely something where we can see this come back down. So you had a break of resistance and then a retest. So we had our break here, our retest. We can probably expect to see something like that. Especially with the ribbon flip right there. That's something that's important for us to look at. Right here. EMA ribbon is being used as a resistance right there. I appreciate that. Glad you like the thumbnail. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Took me like 5 minutes to make it, but thank you. GBP NZD is a sell. And I'm going to move that up to the top as well. GJ, GJ still looks like a sell to me. What I see is a double top here. So, but the EMA ribbon's right there. So, unless I saw a ribbon flip, it's kind of tough for me to say. We would need some sort of confirmation, but you do have a double top here. I mean, this could come right back to there. So we'll put possible double top. So we'll put that there. Possible double top there. And I think that's pretty much all the charts we're going to look at for tonight. So we have 3 main charts that we're looking at right now. And we're going to see which one is the best option. So far, we have buys on USDCHF. I have not taken any trades yet. No, we're just narrowing down our charts like we normally do right now. We're just looking at charts and figuring out what we're going to get in, what the market gives us tonight. USDJPY looks like a sell, just because it's been on a downtrend here, and it's been using this right here as a resistance point for quite some time now, back since December 3rd, so almost a week. It hasn't broken that, so that is definitely interesting to see. So we'll monitor that closely. GJ looks like a possible double top. Looks like we're going to come down and see something break toward the downside here. And then GBP NZD also looks like it's coming down. If you notice here, all the GBP pairs are looking like a sell. We could take a look here at the technicals: 4 hour, 2 hour, 1 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minute, 5 minute. They're all sells. Everything's a sell, which aligns with our technical analysis here. So we're looking at a sell here as well. Let me tighten that circle a little bit there. CHF JPY, not really too sure. GBP AUD, again, not really too sure. Does look like a sell though. We're going to unflag CHF JPY because I'm not really too sure here. We can look at the 1 hour. Yeah, there's nothing to see on that one. So GBP USD, also nothing to see, but if it closes bearish, it looks like a sell. So let's get our symbols up here. But we like the USDJPY trade, looks promising on the 4 hour and on the 1 hour. GJ looks promising on the 1 hour as well. A lot of these look pretty promising on the 1 hour and the 4 hour. As you guys know, I like to look at the 1 hour and the 4 hour. It's important to me that they match on both when we're looking at these trades. It's important to me that they look like they're going to do that on both time frames. So GBP MZD, USDJPY, we do need to see some more selling power. GJ flipped green, but realistically, that's probably going to sell. GBP AUD, we can kind of get rid of that. That is what it's going to do, but it depends how this closes. Euro AUD, just a weird chart. Probably going to unflag that one. Don't like Euro. GBP CAD, it broke through the zone here. It's been very bearish for a long time now. And all the technicals are a sell, except for the 1 minute. But all the technicals are a sell. A strong sell at that, too. We still have sells of GBP USD. It opened bullish, so that's something to, think about, that it opened bullish. But realistically, I think we're going to see it drive down. USD CAD, no idea. It's in free fall. USD CAD's just in free fall, and it's got two real weird candles right there. Yeah, I don't like USD CAD at all. We're going to unflag that. Euro USD on the 4 hour looks like it could keep dropping, but it's at the ribbon, the EMA ribbon, so we're not actually going to touch that one at all either. So by process of elimination and looking at our trades here, we can really break down and figure out which is going to give us the highest probability. This is how we figure out what trades we're going to get into. This is what we do. We go through each chart hour by hour and on the different channel and on the different time frames, and figure out which one is going to work best in our favor. So again, back to the top, you kind of want to just take it from the top and start eliminating ones. That's what I do. I know a lot of people trade specific pairs. I don't do that. Let's see what USDJPY could turn out to be a good short. Yes, it could. I agree with you on that. This is USDJPY. We're actually going to put here looking to get in sells. Sells with closure under the EMA ribbon. So we can get rid of that white line. We're not using that anymore. Sells with closure under the EMA ribbon. So you can see that right there. So far, GBP NZD and what was it? USD CHF are my two favorites right now. All the GBP pairs are selling. All of them are selling right now. I don't like GBP CAD. I don't necessarily love GBP USD either, so I'm going to unflag those. GBP AUD, this could be a great entry if we had confirmation that it was a sell, but we don't have confirmation on the 4 and on the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, this could still come up here. That's not what it's going to do. On the 1 hour, as I was saying, it could still come up and do this. So we'd wait to enter up here. So again, not the biggest fan. I'm going to unflag that. So now we're just down to 4 charts that we're looking at. Let's go back up to here on the 1 hour. This is GBP NZD on the 1 hour. We got a ribbon flip at, let's see, on December 5th at like 7 p.m. And it's kind of tracked sideways, but it looks like it is moving down. In my opinion, looks like it's moving down. What's up, Danny? How you doing, Danny? Looks like a sell to me. And we can take a look at the 15 here. 15 looks like a sell also. Need to break the previous lows here. But again, back to the 4 hour and the 1 hour. GBP NZD looks solid. USD CHF looks solid. USDJPY looks solid. And GBP JPY looks solid. Now it's a waiting game because we don't know which one is going to be the best probability for us until we get an hour candle close here in the next 30 minutes, or if we see something we like on the 15 minute of one of these charts. I gotta be honest with you, I actually really like the 15 minute on GJ. GJ's typically gets a ton of volume in the Asian session as well. So we're going to see what happens here going into the new 30 minutes here. In 3 minutes, we're going to get a candle. These all look the same. USDJPY looks like a sell. We're going to want to make sure we have no news tonight as well. So if we check Forex Factory, there is no news tonight. And there's no news tomorrow until 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we have no news tonight, so there's nothing major that's going to impact the market, which is solid to hear. These all look like pretty good sells. This is retesting. These all look like very solid sells. We're going to see what happens on this 15-minute on GJ, but I think we're going to take a sell on GJ. Looking at this, I like what I'm seeing here, especially with the previous kind of high being right there. It's small, but this should move down. So on the 15-minute, we like the sell. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, we definitely like the sell as well. Bearish candle should fill the wick. And then on the 4 hour, it's flipped bearish as well on us here. Typically on a gap down, you see something kind of come up to the top and then come back down. So that's certainly a possibility as well, which is why we don't want to get in anything too early. But we certainly are going to be keeping track of this on the 15-minute. If we get a bearish close here, it's going to be a real solid sign that we could sell. I think GJ is my favorite trade right now. They're all selling. GJ is the best looking trade, guys. GJ sells are the best looking right now. We're going to watch the 15-minute here to see what happens on GJ. Yes, sir. Less is more. I don't want to get into a bunch of trades. There's no point. And you're going to over-leverage yourself if you do that. That's the other thing. You don't want to do that. You certainly don't want to over-leverage your account. You want to get in the best possible trade for yourself. Let's see if this comes up a little bit here, but this is what I'm looking at right now. This is what I'm personally looking at right now. On GJ. I think we're going to get in sells on GJ here, guys. Let me see here. It already came up to the gap down. So when it gaps up and rejects, that's a good sign. I think we're going to get in some sells here, guys. Yeah, we're going to get in sells here. So we got in sells at 206.8. 206.824. 206.824. All right. We're gonna look at the 4 hour or the 1 hour when we send this. That's what I'm looking at right now. And let's get this out to the group. Again, if you're in the VIP Telegram group, you'll get all my trades, even if you're watching live or not. So we are in sells on GJ. Let's yeah, this is gonna be our stop loss here. Let's go ahead and mark up some of our take profits lines here. So on the TP areas, we're gonna look for big areas of resistance. The bottom of the ribbon is certainly going to be our first one. Our second one is going to be the bottom of the double top, right where they converged here multiple times. And then we're going to look at the next point where the ribbon flipped and you had some resistance and some consolidation right there. And then the final finishing move on the entire double top would be down here. So we've marked up our chart now. We can put our stop loss up here too as well. Change that to red. So we have our chart marked up now. We are going to lock it in. So here's what we're looking at. Sells on GJ, guys. The gap up was kind of like right there where it gapped to start the day. And the 4 hour, let's go ahead and check the technicals here. The 1 day is a buy. 4 hour, 1 hour. 1 hour and down is sells, which is a good sign. Let's take a look at the 4 hour again. Yeah, massive wick down. Huge wick down on the 4 hour. And we have a little bit till we have over an hour and a half till we get a selling candle, or until we get a 4 hour candle, I should say, excuse me. So we have a little bit of time until that happens. But based off of the technical analysis that we just did for GJ, sells is our best option out of the charts that we looked at. So again, it was just really a process of marking up your charts and then watching and looking what the market gives you. What the market happened to give us today was sells in GJ, in my opinion. So we can take a look at the 15 here and see what it's doing. What the heck? That's why it was so weird looking. We're going to wait to see what happens here. Again, we are in sells on GJ, and the reason being is it's bearish. It already gapped up and came down and used our mini resistance here. So if you're looking at it on the 15-minute, you can see this is where we had our open. It gapped up, and it's going to come down now toward here. That's ideally what we see. I get in another position here. Yes, it is 5 times more. It just works like decimals. Correct, it works like decimals. So. We're getting some good movement early, which is a solid thing. We're getting some really good movement early. No, that's bad risk management. That's way too much. You got to be using like 0.01, 0.02. You got to put a 0 in front of that. 0.05 at the absolute most. You really don't want to risk more than like 5% of your account. Like at absolute most. That's what the rule of thumb is, unless you're being a little more risky with your trading. But like it's up to you how you want to do that. On a $300 live account, I wouldn't be using more than 0.05 lots. That's 5/10 of a full lot. .5 would be half of a full lot. Got the new stream layout up. What do you guys think? I just made this one today, actually. You guys like this one or the other one better? Thanks, man. Yeah, pips are, it's a little different than crypto. Certainly is. That's for sure. It certainly is a little different from cryptocurrency trading, but yeah, pips is what you use in the foreign exchange market. That's how we measure our success. As you can see in the Telegram, if you guys are in it, it did put, I put how many pips were up for the week. I believe it was 112 pips, which equaled a little over $1,000 in our account. So it was a good week last week. We had a really good week. We had a profitable week. We had what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had 5 wins and 1 loss, and a total of 6 trades live on stream last week. So it's pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, it was 112.5 pips. That's what it was last week. Weekend was good, man. It was busy, but it was good. How about yourself? Did you have a good weekend? Getting a ton of movement here too, guys. Ton of movement. There's 13,000 in trading volume. Oh, nice. You read the rest of the ebook? Good. I'm glad you did. Good. Ah, it's good to hear, man. That's awesome. Appreciate that. Thank you. Nice. Good. Yeah. It's good. You opened a demo account on what'd you open it on? Liquid Brokers? Good. Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, that's the first step, man. You took the first step. That's the hardest part. Most people will never make it that far. Most people will never even make it. Let's see, so the daily's showing an uptrend. No, it's not. Daily's bearish. Why did I do that again? Alright. Let's go back to... Which one do I have up? Daily's bearish as well. I mean, you can consider that... If you want to consider that bullish because it hasn't closed, but you've got 3 points here where it hasn't broken. That's bearish to me. This candle didn't even break the previous day. That's a bearish candle right there. That's a bearish candle, so it is 100% bearish. Damn, I did it again. Thanks for subscribing, guys. If you're watching, I appreciate it. It means a lot. Thank you, guys. So I got a couple new subscribers. Appreciate you guys subscribing. Again, I go live a lot. Oh, yeah, they might not. On Exodus, Liquid Brokers isn't letting me make it. Oh, really? They're not letting you make an account? That's too bad. That's alright, though. Anywhere you can make an account is good, man. Anywhere you can make an account is good. And here's our new 15-minute candle. Getting a new 15-minute candle here at 7:45. If you're just joining us, welcome, 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 welcome. Appreciate you guys watching. We're in sells on GBP USD. We're in sells on, not GBP USD, I'm sorry, on GJ. GBP JPY. I'm sorry, I misspoke there. Sells on GJ. If we look at the hour here too, so if we take a look at the hour, we can certainly see it come up here and make a wick on the new hour, but it should fill this wick down here. We should see it fill, like we kind of pointed out right here. Yeah, definitely. If you're gonna trade at a large level, I would certainly advise you can make an LLC, or you can trade as a sole proprietorship under your ITIN or Social Security, however you want to do that. Yeah, exactly. You can write off things like, well, yeah, your monitor, your internet, yeah, business expenses. Yep, 100%. 100%. That's what I do. Yeah. 100%. It's a very smart thing to do. You can also write off a certain square footage of your house that you're using as an office to trade in. So there's a lot of ways to use the tax code to your benefit. Got 12 minutes here until we get a new hour. Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do. My headset, my microphone, everything. But you have to remember, like, the small things, they add up, but like it has to be a lot. If it's not more than $12,500 in write-offs, you won't even qualify for the standard deduction. You're just qualify for the standard deduction. You won't really qualify for itemized deductions. In the United States, it's $12,500, I believe, unless it changed this year. Last year was $12,500. So if your expenses that you're choosing to write off do not exceed $12,500, then it will not really have any effect on you. Correct. Yeah, 12,500 I believe is the exact number, but yes, that's correct. There's a mini break of resistance here, break of structure here. Broke structure right there. It just passed. It was in October. My birthday just passed in October. Thank you. I appreciate that. How about you, man?
Welcome to the Quick Start.
Too much belated. That's funny. July 2nd. Nice. Right in the middle of summer. Summer here, at least. Oh, we're getting some good moves here. Getting some good selling pressure going into the final 8 minutes of this new hour. Final 8 minutes of this new hour coming up here. We're going to see what happens in the next 7 minutes here and take a look. I don't want kids. Don't want kids. If I did, yes, but I don't want kids. Nope, no kids for me. Don't want them. Again, guys, we're in sales on GJ. 15.9K volume. Ton of volume on the night so far already for Sunday open. Think I should make merch. I used to have sweatshirts, actually. It's funny you say that. I used to have sweatshirts with the logo. The one that you see spinning on my stream there. And then the back had a huge QR code that took you to my website. It was actually pretty cool. Big rejection wick on the 15 here. Big rejection wick on the 15, which is good. I might have put our entrance in wrong here. 206,824. No, I have it in right. Polymarket? Yeah, so is that Kalshi app as well. I saw that too. Kalishi or whatever. You're just joining. Welcome, guys. Appreciate you guys tuning into the stream. Much love. Yes, it is. That is very true. Yeah, especially sports. I have 4 minutes until the new hour here. We want a bearish close on this hour. Thanks, man. DR, Dr. Sin. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I saw that. You could bet on like political events now too. That's wild. What are you in? CRWV? What is that? Is that a cryptocurrency? Nice. I'm glad you're doing well on it. Want all traders to win. Nice movement there. Oh, nice. Cool, man. Heck yeah, that's awesome. See, we got 3 minutes here till this new hour candle. %'s good. That's awesome. It's a good number. Nice. 9%'s definitely good. Nice solid bearish movement here on the final couple minutes going into the new hour candle. That's a nice bearish movement. We like to see that. What is that? 4 pips. 4 pips coming into the new hour here in 2 minutes. A lot of volume too. Already up to 17K on the volume, so that's good. It's important to see volume. Volume is what creates volatility. That's what I should do, Adele, is if I make a sweatshirt, say volume equals volatility. That'd be a good sweatshirt. Or t-shirt. Alright, we got 1 more minute here till the new hour. I think we may get a wick up to about right here, but that's about it. I think we may get a wick up to like right there, maybe. It's possible on the new hour. Great. Yeah, we got our motto. Volume equals volatility. Heck yeah, we got it. Let's see if we push up and get our wick up here and then for it to come down on this new hour candle. Look at the 4 as well here. Yeah, 4 came down far. I think at most we'll see it come to right here. We'll see. But it's using the EMA ribbon as a resistance right now. Pretty strong one too. Yeah, here it comes up. I re-entered here. I added an entry here. I may add one more if it gets to that white line there. We'll see here, but I may add another entry. We're gonna see what happens over the next 15-20 minutes. Yeah, there's the rejection. Hey guys, guess where that wick went to? Why don't we take a look where that wick went to? Right there, halfway up the candle, right before the previous low. It's almost like we said that or something. It could still flip and come up the other way, but not a bad call right there if you scalped that real quick. Scalp that for 3 pips. It's just watching it over and over again. Like, you just watch charts. You don't even have to take trades. You can just watch them and learn so much from just looking at it. And watching how the candlesticks move with each hour based off what the trend is. If it's a sell, watch what the new hour candle does before it starts to keep selling. If it's a buy, watch what the new hour candle does before it starts to keep buying. Those create wicks. Jack Yates, I appreciate that, man. Thanks for joining. Thank you. Appreciate that. Means a lot. Thank you. We just want to see some selling pressure for the next 3 hours. That's what I would like to see. I'm in for 2 full lots right now. I would get in 1 more lot if it came up to the white line that we have drawn there. I would get in 1 more position, but that would be the most I'd get in right now. Some good movement there. Some really good movement. She's selling. Take a look at the 15 here. Closed really bearish, wicked all the way up and came down. Even broke the previous highs, but continued to come down, and now we got another huge wick. Hopefully we see this come break towards our TP1 area. That'd be nice. But ideally we see this keep coming down more. Yeah, I mean, they didn't really care as long as I wasn't like losing a ton of my own money. But I had a decent amount of money. I was always working at golf courses and making really good tips and putting my money into that. So that's where I got my capital from, was working at a golf course and making tips and put it into a trading account. To tell you the truth, would make anywhere from like $200 to $300 a day and just pile it all into account every single day. When I first started trading, that's what I was doing. But I've always used my own capital. I've never used a prop firm, and I've never borrowed money for trading. I'm a firm believer in always using your own capital. It's the only way you're going to learn. Obviously, if you don't have the means to start with a demo account and paper trade until you're comfortable, but I'm a firm believer in that you need to lose your own capital to learn from your mistakes. It really does feel different and affect your emotions differently when you're using your own money. Like we were sitting in $90 drawdown earlier. It is what it is. If you can't keep that emotionally in check over 90 bucks or 50 bucks or even 100, 1,000, I mean, and you can't be trading. See if this 15-minute candle flips bearish on us here. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. If a business model is if the basis of the business model is making money off entry fees, it probably isn't a good business model. It's my opinion. Again, I'm not knocking any companies or anything. I just think if the way you make money is, you know, you're claimed to be a trading company, but most people don't get paid out from trading, and most of your revenue that hits your bottom line is from initiation fees and people trying tests, I don't know. Just seems a little slimy to me too. I feel the same way. Yeah, college application fees too. Yeah, man, I feel that. They're expensive. 150 to 200 bucks every time you apply. You apply to 5, 6, 7 colleges. I've been there. Know how that is. Long time ago, but I do remember that. I don't know how much they are now, but they were like 150 to 200 when I was applying back in 2011. $285 subscribers. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Over the past week and a half, 2 weeks since I started trading live again, I'm up 73 subscribers. So I really appreciate you guys. It means a lot. It's only a click of a button, but it means a lot to me. UNLV's best Forex trader. That's funny. I don't know many other people that went to UNLV that trade. I'm sure there's a ton, but I can't claim to be the best if I don't know any of the other ones, you know? Let's look at what this is doing on the 5 here. Still in a downtrend after the break of resistance, so we're still looking pretty good on this sell here. Yeah, I'd have to see. You know what, though? I don't really look at it as a contest. Like, if you get into trading, it's you against the market. It's not you against other people, you know? And it's really you against yourself, fighting the urge to revenge trade or over leverage your account to get that big win. It's just it's more of a mental struggle with yourself. That's really what trading is. So I don't really get caught up in comparing myself to other traders. And the trading space is already so toxic with people using fake accounts or people spewing misinformation. Well, there's a good move. There's a good move. It's a good move there. We're a little less than about 7 pips in profit right now, guys. 7 pips in profit. I think she's going to fall off here at some point pretty hard. I think it's going to be a quick move either on the hour or the 4 hour. I think it's going to move pretty quickly, not like our trade the other day or a couple trades before. That's what I think is going to happen. But we'll see. We still have lower highs here and lower lows here, so we're still on our downtrend after the break of break of structure. It's trying to move. It broke it. It certainly broke the previous lows. So now we just need to wait for some selling volume to come in and start really pushing it down. Let's look at what that hour candle looks like. Yeah, look at it. It came up. That hour candle came right up to that white line and just dropped. From that white line to where we're at, 12 pips, 11 pips, so I like that. We're going to get a new 15-minute candle here in like 2 minutes. I'd like to see it really just drop. Getting some good movement, that's for sure. That ribbon flip right there was the perfect entry, but that was like right when the market opened. There we go. Let's see it push. See a big red bearish candle come down here. A little up to... One of them is just an ace and a jack for blackjack, because I'm from Vegas. It's cards, that one right there. And this one says let's party, but like P-A-R-T-E-E, like golf, like a par and a T that you stick in the ground. Kind of hard to see it. Oh, there's some great movement going into the last couple minutes here. Up $100. Little over 100. See if this new 15-minute creates a wick up here or just keeps pushing straight down. Currently at 11 pips in profit. Probably create another wick halfway up the body would be my guess. Or it could just drop. Curious what USDCHF did. Came up, but it never actually closed above. GBPNZD, it came down a little bit. USDJPY, oh yeah, that sold. That did what we thought it was gonna do. 29 pips of what we thought it was gonna do. Nice. But we're in GJ, which is fine. What are we up, $150? Up 150 bucks. Let's just get to TP1 here. We're not far. 13 pips in profit. We want to get to 24. Some pretty good profit right now. For market open, Sunday night, first hour and 15 minutes of the Asian session. Not bad, guys. 20,000, yeah, almost 21,000 in volume on GJ. That's pretty good. Kind of pretty much did what our arrow was too. Our arrow that we drew here, that it was going to come up and reject and come back down. Some good movement. We needed to break this low. This low that it's having trouble breaking, if we look at the hour candle here. See, my broker chart looks different, but we needed to break this and have it fall down here. Because there's something called the measuring move here. What that is you take the top of the peaks of the M here and you draw it, and then you take that line and put it from where it would break the bottom of the M and draw down to this movement from here to here. So let's see how many pips this is. This is 109 pips. It should be almost identical from there to there. That should be what your target TP3 or TP4 is. And if you drew that, pretty damn close, 100 pips. So that's called the measuring move right there. That's our measuring move right here. This 100 pips is what we're looking for. Be great to see that. If we get to TP1 though, we will close partials, probably 50%, and then let the rest run. It's pushing pretty good though. Heck yeah, man. How you doing on that paper account? On the demo account? How's your demo doing? Hopefully it's doing good. Let's look at the 5 here. Nice. It's good stuff, man. Bad risk management. How much did you open your demo account with? 0.1 on what, a $300 account? How many pips profit are we in right now? 11. Nice. Yeah, that's good. You're simulating what would happen with real money. That's awesome. That's a great way to start. Just getting into trading, that's a good way to do it. It's awesome, man. If you can identify break of support and resistance and then break of structure on candlestick patterns, man, you'll be golden. Just master that. That's all you need to do. That's literally all you need to do. Thank you. Anytime. Just keep tuning in and watching. You'll learn more every time. Boom. Look at that movement. There we go. Almost at TP1. More than halfway there. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. There we go. Oh, you know what? I don't need to do this on my phone. Hold on. $17 pips of profit. Now, if you were looking to guarantee yourself, so I put this a lot in my group, in my community, I put move your stop loss to break even or use a trailing stop for a risk-free trade. What that means now is you'd move your stop losses to our entry point, so the worst that happens is you make $0. The best that happens is it hits your take profit and we take our money. Or you can use a trailing stop that follows it as it goes down, and once it retraces, it hits that trailing stop and it closes you out with profit. That's a way to trade with very minimal risk once you're already in profit. If you don't have the account size to really hold negative and you don't want to hold negative, or if you're just in a trade where you're in profit and you want no chance of it going out of profit, you use what's called a trailing stop, and it essentially just trails your profit as you go down. So mine has where you can put a break-even exit and put it there, or you can do partial closes, or you can put your stop loss at 10 pips or your take profit at 10 pips. So there's a lot of ways to go about it, and you can kind of do it how you want. But if you're not sitting in front of your computer and you're in the trade and you want to make sure you make profit, that is the best way to go about it, 100%. It's a trailing stop. We're going to close 25% here. Partial close 25%. Just close partials at 25%, guys. So we got out with some profit, and we are still sticking around. But we guaranteed ourselves some profit. And that's important. We already made it. It's closed. Banked. We're about to get a new 15-minute candle here as well. And we got a big old wick, which means we may see this move up. $100%, man. Yeah, I mean, it's all from experience. That's what you got to do. Take profits. Stop looking to hit a home run. Hit a bunch of base hits. Get a bunch of first downs. Get a bunch of shots on net. However you want to look at it. Whatever sport you watch. Take your profits. Stop trying to hit home runs. Nobody hits home runs on every trade. 33%. Batting 33% gets you into the MLB Hall of Fame. Take that toward trading. Take your dang profits. Stop trying to hit home runs. I might close in full right here and then re-enter on the if it comes back up. We'll see. I'm liking the price action, so I'm not really worried. Especially going into the new hour. I mean, this thing's... We're going to get a wick. So I'm going to probably get out and re-enter. Let's look at the 15 here and see what happens. I appreciate that, Adele. See what happens on this 15-minute candle right here. I'll be quick with our close here if it goes up too much. I hope it fills the wick and we get out. New Elite, appreciate the subscribing, man. Thank you. Oh, sorry, my thing is over that, so you can't see my P&L. Appreciate that, man. Thank you for subscribing. New Elite. Thanks, brother. It's very indecisive right now. 15 minutes to sell, 5 minutes to sell, 1 minute to sell. Still, what are we at? $102 in profit? We'll get the 5 real quick. It's no longer M&M trading, actually. It's just trading with Matt. It's just trading with Matt now. New 5 minute. Previous 5 didn't break the highs. It closed bullish, but it didn't break the highs. We should see this start to drive down. You're good. No worries. What are we? We're 14 pips in profit. Let's see. What do you think, chat? Should we close in full? Or should we wait? I know it's going down here tonight. But should we close in full and put some money in the bank first to start off the week? Here's what we're gonna do. Right here is where we're gonna close. 206,726. 206,726. 206,726 is where we're gonna put as our close. 2.726. We're gonna see what happens over the next minute. If it breaks this high right here, we're gonna close with 10 pips in profit. We'll see what happens. Might be a short stream tonight, guys, but a short stream's not a bad stream if you made profit. I don't overtrade, so when I get in a trade, once we take profit, I may watch it later on my own, but for live trading, be able to get in within the first hour and a half of market being open and make over $100. That's all you can ask for. I already took 50 bucks to the bank, 60 bucks to the bank. Another 100 put us at 150, 160. Nice movement. Hoping this 5 minute keeps pushing down here. Give us this. Give us TP1. Give us TP1. Think it might. It had its couple minutes of consolidation. It had its little 10, 15 minutes of consolidation. Now drive down. There we go. Push. Break the previous low. See. Break this previous low. We filled the wick. Now break the previous low. It's trying. Here's our next re-entry too is I saw that. I saw that too. I saw that too. They were just like putting it up to the screen. I saw that too. That's funny. This 5 minute candle didn't know what he wants to do. Let's drive down a little bit. Come on, give us some. It's certainly trying. He's trying his hardest. $129 in profit. That'd be like almost 200 if we close right now. With our 25% closes from earlier. It's about to break it. Got 3 more minutes too until we get a new 5. It's trying. If we get some smaller red candles or close bullish on one of these, we may just close, take our profits and call it. We'll see. Our line is... Oh, I forgot it was on this. Oops. Did I lock that? Oh, no, I didn't lock that. Our line is right there. Let's see what happens. Keep pushing. Break the low. Nice, we broke the low. We broke the low with 1 minute to go. Broke the previous low. There it goes. There it goes. We are currently 19 pips in profit. Think it'll come halfway up and wick down. Think it'll come about halfway up right there and wick down. What do you think, guys? I'm thinking at most we see it come halfway up and wick back down. I could be wrong. We'll see. Let's see what the 15 looks like. Halfway up and wick down. Yeah, I am too. I am too, Adele. Tapped that white line, which is what we thought. I just don't want to see it blow through it. If we do, we'll get out in profit. That's the structure we're looking at right now. Let's see here. There was a good white line. It was a good white line. Alright, let's go. Let's go TP1. We are 18 pips in profit right now. 18.6 pips in profit. It's selling more. And we got 3 more minutes till a new 15.
At Granger, we're for the ones who pay attention to every little detail. The ones who fuss, tinker, and sweat.
Oh, sorry for the ad there. $15's still going. That white line is going to be our pull out. Our stop loss is going to be that white line right there. If it breaks that, we're out. On the 15, if we were to put a white line, it's in the exact same spot. Maybe a little higher, like right here, but pretty much right there. And 2 more minutes. Don't break it. Hope everybody who is watching learned something today. Because it wasn't a scalp trade. It was not a scalp trade, but we scalped it in terms of taking profit. By closing partials and drawing lines to where we will continue to take profit. So we scalped it down, but we drew it up on the 4 and the 1. And then based off what it did on the 15 and the 5 is where we decided to draw our take profit lines. There it goes. There it goes. We just got a new 15. Let's look at the 15. See if it breaks that previous low. Get the 5 here. All right, and we're out. Closed. All right, guys. Good job. Good stream. Appreciate everybody watching. We closed it. That was fantastic. It did everything we wanted it to do. Let me write. Closed in full at, what were we? We'll just put it at what it's at now. Closed in full at 17 pips profit. Let's put it in the chat. Make sure everybody knows. Reply all. Closed in full at 17 pips profit. There we go, guys. And that is a W stream, W setup. By the way, it did go up to the white line and reject, but we could always get back in later if it comes back up. I appreciate you guys watching. Good stream tonight. Shorter stream than normal, but hey, we got in within the first hour and 47 minutes of the Asian session. Made about $200. So, congrats if you made money on your own too. Peace, guys. Great stream. Adele, always appreciate you watching, brother. Have a good one, guys. That's it for me.